the remainder of the lease, which, you all know that there was a judgment put against me. We went into some financial situations, and things happened. I went on to another venture and decided that I was going to put $25,000 into Village Walk, which, everybody knows what happened there, and so on and so forth. But, through all this, and I know that everybody was advised of this at the last meeting, which was on a Tuesday night, and it was very disturbing because my dad had died on that Monday night. So grieving the loss of my dad and then hearing that people, were dragging my name through the mud, was a little bit disappointing to me and frustrating. Listen, everybody has problems in life. You overcome them. You get behind them. You get in front of it and things get behind you and you start going again. My family is important to me. I have 5 children, 3 of which are college graduates, and I'm happy to say this is the first year that we have to take a student loan. So my wife and I have had a very successful life. We've done very well. I'm married to a very, very smart woman, thank God, that makes a very, very good income. So I'm very fortunate, and she stands behind me. But I just didn't think that, some of the things that, listen, Google is a wonderful tool if you use it the right way. If you're using it the wrong way, it's as bad as a bullet, and you shouldn't do that. I know I'm done. Okay. But again, I just want to thank everybody, for your support. I went over my time, and thank you, board, for your patience and your support. Thank you again.
The social and facilities, Dolores?
Okay. First, I want to discuss a facility that Jeff didn't hit on. The swimming pools, the proposals are being obtained to acid clean the resort pool bottom and resurface the formal and lap pool walls and bottoms. An extra railing will be put in the formal pool to aid disabled swimmers, and new treads will be installed on the ladder rails. With regard to activities, we have a meet and greet this Friday night at 6 p.m. It'll be for an hour. And then on September 30th at 12 noon, we have lunch and bingo. And it's in the town center. It's $13 for one card, and you can purchase extra cards for $1. Ladies' night will be October 14th from 7 to 9. Leave the kids and the old man at home and come and have a good time for $5. There will be there'll be jewelry, home decor, pampering. There'll be a makeup lady here, and complimentary wine and snacks and goodies will be served. On October 15th, we have the Identity Theft Luncheon. Registration is mandatory for a free seminar to discuss the identity theft awareness. Of course, see Natasha in the office for this. The flu and pneumonia shots will be given October 16th from 11:30 to 4:30. Please sign up. It's right on the counter. Also, leisure series, there'll be 6 shows. They start at 11 a.m. Over a 6-month period, and it's $96 for the 6 shows. But there's no transportation. You're going to have to carpool. The Rockettes will be on December 3rd. I think it's December 3rd. It's a 5 o'clock show. Bus, the Rockettes, the dinner at Zuccarelli's, and seating in the top orchestra section. Now, we're still waiting on getting one more price from one of the vendors, but it will be posted. Other than that, that's all for now.
Thank you, Dolores. Miles, water and paint.
The painting we're finished. We're all done. The painters are gone, and I believe they probably will come back if I'm right. If there's any problems that they have to do under warranty, they will be back if need be. So just if you have a problem, you speak to Jeff, and if there's we'll have to get them come back. They'll come back and live up to their warranty. Okay. Water. Well, let me say this. I went to the city's water advisory meeting last Tuesday, and they told us, well, the city and the commissioners are all agreeing that they're going to get through and they're going to fund the projects for their new permit. Well, yes, last night we went to another meeting with the city, and that's not the same. It's back to square one. They're fighting, and they're at each other's throat again. I'm glad to say that, and RiverWalk is going to suffer until they get that. And I'll tell you why we're going to suffer, because we had a meeting here in March 3rd when they had the whole city council here, and we talked about that RiverWalk took a big hit during that drought. We did a lot of work on our own, the mitigation, that the city did not live up to their permit, and they're responsible for that. And we asked them to make sure that they went forward with that permit that they've got for the county. And they had timelines. They passed the first timeline already. And if they don't move forward, if we have another drought, we're in trouble, deep trouble. And we're going to have to push them along. And unfortunately, they're at each other's again. So I'll keep you posted.
Thank you.
I just have a question. Are there any of the other agencies that are involved in water in this area? Are there any that can force the city to do anything?
The only agency that could force anything is South Florida Water Management District. And that's the permit. They issued a new permit to the city. And the timelines are in there. And they had a workshop. And at that time, there was Sharon Trost from the district, who was part of the permit process, said that if you have problems, write us a letter to the fact that you can't meet some of these deadlines, and we'll extend it. But just like our attorney says, we could sit here and wait for time. We can't wait for another month, another 6 months, another year or 2 years, because it takes 2 or 3 years to implement some of these things. So we're going down to 4 or 5 years. That's too long. We just can't wait. And they have to break this logjam. The city commissioners and this mayor and their staff and all the consultants they have. I don't know if anybody knows this, but the commissioners hide their own consultants because they're not in disagreement with the city staff, and they don't like what they're putting. And they have some right. I mean, they have some reasoning for this because of a lot of things, and some of the stuff we brought about was that AWT plant of $51 million that doesn't work. And hey, some of them weren't there and some were, and a lot of the staff was there. And they don't want to go through that again. And I don't want them, any of us want them to go through that again. It's, we can't afford it. But they still have to fix this problem. And it's not going to go away. And if we've got plenty of water. It's coming in. Water's coming into RiverWalk, and it's going out again. But if you don't think there's going to be another drought, history repeats itself. And if you don't believe that, stick around.
Thank you, Miles.
Just a question on I thought we were going to try to do a build-out or build-up of the weir from 15.3 to 16.
That's still, I've completed a letter to South Florida Water Management, but I'm also going to get with the city and the county, and we're going to talk about that. That's going to be one of the big issues. That's one of the things that I feel that we need to do for RiverWalk. But once again, we have to get permission from South Florida Water Management District. We have a consumptive use permit and everything we do. I mean, we could put something in and do it, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it if we get caught or if we get anything wrong. We have to do it by the book.
All right, the next thing is board actions. Don, on the lease.
Mr. President, last board meeting on August the 20th, the board passed a motion to implement the first screening level, which has to do with tenants, not buyers. And the documents include the process for leasing units in RiverWalk and also the application for leases to be filled out. After that motion was made, it was in table. I make a motion that we untable it so we can get it put together and move on with it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Oh, the vote on the motion to untable has passed. Are we, let me now, all in favor of the first step of the lease application? I need a motion on that.
I think we voted on it last month,
Did we?
didn't we?
We voted last
No, we
time.
voted to table it.
Then we tabled it.
Yeah.
We voted
But
for
we
it, and then
passed
we
it.
tabled it.
Okay, so it's
It's
now,
on table, we voted on it again.
okay.
We're done.
All right, that has passed. For those people who, Jeff, can we make the material available in the office for anyone who
The
wants it?
documents will be available for the public to review as soon as we get them printed up.
Okay, good. For those of you who were totally bewildered, we, for the first time, are implementing the leasing of units in RiverWalk to tenants. We have application forms, there's a fee, and you can see the whole deal when you see the documents, but they're actually, the documents are very instructive, and right off the bat on the application, you'll see what all is going on, so I don't have to take the time here.
Where do we have the motion on the floor?
Well, hold it. Are you going to make it? Okay, go ahead, Dolores.
Okay. All right, I have another motion. I move that we approve an expenditure from the swimming pool reserve account not to exceed $34,500 to acid clean the resort pool and resurface the walls and floors of the formal and lap pools. Additional work included will be upgrading access ladder treads and adding an additional access railing in the formal pool.
A second.
Discussion?
Just
Question.
make a couple of points on this. The repairs that are in this motion will bring all three pools up to date with the Florida Health Department swimming pool division codes. And the goal is to have this completed, have the work completed one pool at a time before Thanksgiving.
I have one thing to ask. We spoke about not the formal, but the resort pool, about the 9 floor drains that were plugged from the beginning of time. Is that going to be any problem with that being, if they looked into that?
No, we're going to do it, we're going to have to drain the pool to complete the cleaning of the bottom of the pool. At that point in time, to do an inspection, talk to them about bringing in camera equipment to check out those vents that we know are not operating.
All right, so there wouldn't be any problem with the money, that's what I'm just worried about.
So we have line item too to work out of. I would think that's going to be a very marginal figure.
Great, okay, fine, that's all I had.
Funded out of there.
Okay, thank you.
So is this passing?
Yeah.
Well, hold it.
Well, hold on.
No, for the first time, we're changing the procedure. It's been silly to have you all have to wait till the end to comment on a particular topic. So if anyone wants to use 3 minutes to discuss the pool repairs, you get your shot now.
Okay.
Okay?
Make a motion to adjourn?
No.
Did we
Okay.
vote on this?
No, we haven't voted yet.
No, we're going to, okay.
That's what I'm asking, are we voting on
Yeah,
it?
All right,
we have to vote on it.
all those in favor?
Aye.
It passes. So we've taken care of board actions. We've come to public comments.
If you turn that so it faces us because you're addressing us.
I'm sort of addressing everybody. I'm Heather Sandar, James River Road. After the last board meeting, I could not let